What is up, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing another eyeshadow tutorial for you guys today. I know it's another eyeshadow tutorial, but you know what? Eyeshadow is my favorite thing in the world when it comes to makeup, so I just have to do it. And plus, there's so many brands coming out with eyeshadows right now that I just gotta do as many tutorials as possible if I can get my hands on the palette. So today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on the new Clover, or Girl's Best Friend eyeshadow palette from Too Faced. This one comes with 18, very abnormal, bright, bold colors. But before I get started, let me just talk to you guys about something really quickly. I know that Too Faced has been in the middle of a lot of drama recently, especially because of Jared and things that he said or things that he's done to other YouTubers and other people in the world. I know I do not want to get involved in the drama. It's not my fight. It is not my place to talk about it. Do I believe what they're saying? Kinda, yeah. But at the same time, honestly, it's his fight, it's his brand, it's what he's saying, whatever. But honestly, I like some of Too Faced products, so I'm not just going to throw them out because of drama. Does that make sense? If you do not want to see this video on it, and you do not want to support Too Faced, and you do not want to see anything that I do with Too Faced products, then I understand completely, and you can click off if you like to. But if you're here to look at the tutorial that I do today, then I completely understand, and thank you guys for being here and watching this tutorial. So, if you would like to see the tutorial that I'm going to be doing on the Clover eyeshadow palette with all these bright, bold shades, then keep on watching. So we are just going to dive right into the Too Faced Clover palette. I'm actually going to take this shade right here on top, which is called Chihuahua. Now that we got the lid color going on right now, I'm going to go in with this shade right here, which is called Fur Baby, for my crease. Add a little bit more color to the crease. I'm actually going to go in with this shade right here on the bottom, which honestly the name is so obnoxious to me. I just think it's an obnoxious shade name, but it's called Daddy's Love Me. Now that we got that colorful shade into the crease, I actually want to add a little bit more dramatic drama right here on the outer portion. I'm going to go in with this shade right here, which is called Wolf. The look is kind of getting a little bit dramatic. I'm going to go in with a bright shade. I'm going to go in with this shade right here, which is called Spoiled. And I'm actually going to wet my brush because I feel like I want the shadow to be very intense. So let me just wet the brush. Are you happy now? So now it's time for my lower lash line. I'm going to go in back again with Daddy's Love Me, Wolf, and also I'm going to use this shade right here, which is called Too Faced Mascot, or TF Mascot, just for my lower lash line. This look is getting very, very dramatic, but I keep telling myself not to do it, not to do it, not to do it, but I have to, which is because it keeps just drawing me in. I'm going to go in with Good Boy right here, which is the bright yellow shade. I'm just going to kind of take that on a fluffy brush and just going to go all the way around the perimeter of my eye. Just going to add some warmth to it. This look is getting really severe up in here, but I'm actually really loving it because it's just such a interesting eye, but I didn't want it to be too cool tone, so that's why I added the yellow to it, even though I was like telling myself, please don't go to the yellow, because I do yellow all the time whenever there's yellow in a palette, but whatever. Anyways, we're going to go in with this shade right here, which is called Cuteness Overload for my inner corner and my brow bone highlight. Eyes are almost done. I'm going to throw on some mascara and some lashes, and I'll be right back. The lip is on. The look is complete. I went in with Stila's Stay All Day Liquid Lipstick in the shade Como, just because I wanted to have a bright purple just to kind of blend with the under part of my eye. So now it is time to give you guys my final thoughts on the Clover, A Girl's Best Friend eyeshadow palette from Too Faced. As I said before in the intro of the video, you don't have to watch this if you don't want to, but I really appreciate if you do, and if you want to hear my final thoughts on the palette. So anyways, you get a lot of bright, bold colors, but you get some really nice neutrals in here as well. Chihuahua and Fur Baby had a little bit of kickback, but not too much. They were definitely very, very blendable. Daddy's Love Me, that shade was actually really pigmented and it blended really nicely on my eye. That one didn't have any issues with or anything like that. Not very much kickback either. Wolf, which is the really, really intense black right here that has a little bit of like blue sparkle to it. It was really nice. It was very pigmented, which I was really happy about. It was not too pigmented where there's a lot of fallout, but it was not too soft where I had to dip into my brush and dip into the pan like a few thousand times. I did not have to do that. Very pigmented, blended really nicely as well. I did not have very much issue with those shadows. Now, Spoiled, which is this one right here, that really bright blue metallic, I did have to wet my brush. It did take a little bit longer just kind of blend it out properly, and I did have to go in a lot with it, but it wasn't terrible. Good Boy, which is the bright yellow that I use right here, was pretty pigmented. It was really nice. It did blend out really nicely by itself. I did swatch it before and it's not that nearly that pigmented for a yellow, but it definitely is a nice yellow shade right here, and it has a little bit of a sparkle to it, but not too much. The shade Too Faced Mascot, which is this purple right here, the one I use under my eye area, that one, it was pretty pigmented and I didn't have to use a wet brush with it. It did have a little bit of fallout around my nose area. It did have a little bit of fallout on my face, but it was not nearly that bad. Cuteness Overload, which is the highlighting shade, did blend out really nicely too, and there was no issues with that one either. It did blend really nicely. All of them did not give me any issues. There was no fallout on my face except for a little bit of Too Faced Mascot. It did not really get that much fallout on my face. It did blend out really nicely. They did work with me a little bit better than other shadows in the past from Too Faced. I do like this palette. I feel like this palette I would not reach for nearly as much as other palettes I've had in my arsenal of shadow palettes, but honestly it did work really nice. And another reason why I wouldn't reach for it nearly as much is because of it being a limited edition eyeshadow palette. There's very limited quantities of this eyeshadow palette available online or in store or on TooFaced.com. It's very limited. Now this one is $49 and this one is available at TooFaced.com, Ulta.com, and Ulta stores now. It's very limited quantities, so if you can pick it up as soon as possible if you want to get it. Now, like I said, if you are a supporter or not of Too Faced, it doesn't matter. I just want to do a look on this palette because I got my hands on it and I really wanted to play with it. So like I said, you do with it what you will, but if you would like to pick it up, I hope that this tutorial helped you figure it out if you wanted to or not. I did think that it worked really nicely, and I do think it's really cute how they did a palette inspired by their dog Clover, so I thought that was kind of really cute as well. So anyways, that is the end of this video. Make sure you thumbs it up and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the very near future. Love you. Bye.